The Sports Ball Stuff podcast is brought to you by The Goddamn Sauce. Go to thegdsauce.com for details to order all the sauces to replace your ordinary condiments. Pulpery Media presents Sports Ball Stuff with your hosts, Brock and Ben. This is where we discuss the major sports stories that intrigue us and the little stories that enrage us.
Coaching change.
So
They're playing like they played at the beginning of the year.
they really are. Like the defense, the secondary is still a little suspect. Not still. The secondary is suspect.
But if you score points, nobody cares.
Well, that's the thing. Like, I don't... Oh, imagine that. We can get Taysom Hill involved. If Kamara's getting shut down, oh, look, there's Taysom Hill.
I love it that... and who was calling that game? It was...
Vilma
and Chris Myers.
Correct.
And they did their background research, and they kept going like, we talked to Rizzy before the game, and Rizzy was like, I am using the fuck out of Taysom Hill today. And I mean, outside of that interception, which I was like, what the fuck is Carr doing? But like, it made all the sense. Like, Taysom was throwing while running. He hasn't done that in God knows how long.
I get the play call.
Yeah,
they've been
I love
using
that.
him all game, and like, of course, you expect if Taysom gets a ball and he moves out to his throwing arm side,
No,
everybody should come up.
I like the call. It didn't burn us, so it was fine.
He shouldn't have thrown it,
Correct, yeah,
but I like the call. The fumble, it is what it is.
yeah.
He made up for it with a fucking 17 touchdowns. I think he still scored. I think he just scored another touchdown just now.
And I
He
love,
had like over 200 all-purpose yards.
yeah, it's bananas.
Cam Jordan is getting sacks now.
Yeah.
Imagine that.
Well, and that
And I'll go ahead.
it's something too about when they play former players that they love.
Yeah.
Like, and again, everyone here. I mean,
Jameis got a standing ovation
I love
as he
him.
walked off
well,
the
because
field.
I mean, he was he saved us so many times,
Yeah.
and then B
If he didn't get hurt, he might still be
Yeah.
here.
and he really crafted his post game persona here with the Saints.
Yes.
I mean, he was kind of a dumbass with the Bucks, but when he got here,
He understood. Like,
Yeah, he got it, yeah.
What do they always say? You need to hit rock bottom before you figure it out.
Yeah.
And I think after winning the Heisman and a national championship, and then getting drafted number 1,
right,
and then not being really good,
and getting sacked for like 3
Right,
years
and,
straight.
And again, who knows if he went to a team that had like a competent offensive line or anything at the time? But you need to remember the Tampa Bay that drafted Jameis
was not.
was in fucking
Yeah.
shambles.
Well, remember his backup was Fitzmagic too,
Right.
and Fitzpatrick always ended up on teams with no offensive line,
Correct.
which was
And that
a
was him.
testament to that man.
So that was Jameis. And
Yeah.
then, so it took a little bit of humbling, and then New Orleans embraced him.
Oh man!
Um,
But he
because he signed as a backup. He played
Yeah.
with Drew Brees.
but he totally bought into the city and
Yes.
and loved.
People who do,
Yeah,
like, don't get me, CD Deuce loved this place and
Yeah.
then left and turned heel.
yeah, but that happens.
But whatever. But long time,
Oh,
he was offside. Good. You can tell yourself you're offside. Yeah, because there's a cult. Like, let's tell it like it is. New Orleans is so fucking small. I'd like to see where we rank as far as markets, like how small of a market we are here. Jacksonville, maybe Buffalo,
Green
maybe.
Bay.
Yeah, Green Bay. There
Yeah.
you go.
Although we don't have.
Green Bay's an outlier because they still have like a board of directors.
Well, yeah, well, no, but I would say it's like there's Green Bay, but you got the Milwaukee area feeds into it.
Right.
Whereas you have New Orleans, which again,
You can get the you can call it the Gulf Coast.
yeah,
but,
I was.
But
But
once
you
you
at least
get
got
to
Baton
Georgia,
Rouge coming in. Yeah.
once you get to Georgia, it's the Falcons and the
Or
closer
halfway through Alabama, yeah.
Right, and then people don't realize that like the northeast corner of the state of Louisiana are all Cowboys fans.
Correct. And then you get into mid Mississippi, they go Titans or Falcons,
Right.
depending.
So I get the whole Mississippi Gulf Coast, or like just the Gulf
I get
Coast
it.
fans.
I think Green Bay would be the more accurate market size.
Right. Jacksonville's probably bigger.
Yeah, I mean
Buffalo. I mean, all of the states. I mean, all of the cities are bigger than New Orleans proper.
Jacksonville, is tough too because they have to compete with Carolina and Tampa Bay.
Correct.
For market, whereas
or even Atlanta, like in Miami. Like,
we still have a nice little niche down here that's just set out for us.
Right.
So that's good.
And Jameis figured it out. He said it. He was like, I bought into the city.
Yeah.
And if you do that here, Kamara knows that. Like
Cam knows that.
DeMario at this point.
Yeah.
Oh, that was beautiful. Right. The mainstays that typically are.
Drew understood that. Yeah.
Jari Evans, who just got.
Ring of Honor.
Ring of Honor. Well done. Like those guys, they understand. Vilma knows.
Bobby Hebert.
You think? So like it's a culture here, and they're kind of riding that thing. It'll be interesting now that they have an off week to kind of let the mood, the writing, the hot come down, because then you have.
But you also got time to heal. You got.
Which is what Cam Jordan said.
Yeah.
And again,
we actually got really lucky this year in having a late bye.
I agree.
Yeah.
Crazier things have happened. I saw today that the Saints will be just good enough to miss the playoffs by about a game.
Yeah.
And get the 16th pick in the draft and carry on.
That's not bad in a non-offensive, which shaping up to be a non-QB draft.
Yeah, this draft, whatever. I don't trust Cam Ward.
Yeah.
At Miami, I don't trust any of the quarterbacks, and
No.
I don't want to reach for fucking quarterback. Don't do it.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Yeah, nobody's really.
No,
it's.
But this way, I have seen.
And I'm not buying into Colorado.
I have seen. Cornerbacks. I've seen the gamut of mock draft first picks.
Yeah.
And quarterbacks aren't really there.
Well, again, this year has shown us we need to. We're still rebuilding our offensive line. We need to start rebuilding our defensive line.
Yeah, because we're aging. Other than Chase Young, we are old.
We don't have backups. We need backups. I would even be fine as if we end up with a halfway decent pick. If you trade down for multiple picks, either in the first round or several multiple picks in the second round. And
you mean teams like the Houston Texans?
Correct,
Or Detroit?
Correct, yeah.
Like you gather.
Or Washington, yeah.
Yeah, they're another one.
Yeah.
And when you do that...
Spend a year or two, shore up your lines.
Washington did that shit. They shored up their lines. They were able to get rid of salary cap so that when they had a good quarterback, now they're able to sign or make trades to sign people.
Which is, it's amazing to see Jaden Daniels doing the same shit he did at LSU on the pro level.
Yep.
But that's all because you have a solid offensive line.
And they've been exposed the past two games.
Yeah.
But again, they lost to the Eagles and they lost to another team.
Contender, yeah.
Yeah.
Was it the Lions?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Or Green Bay, maybe.
Well, let's just say this. Washington really hasn't seen this since Joe Gibbs was their fucking coach.
And for the kids who don't know, he now owns NASCAR. And he is way more successful at that. And he won multiple Super Bowls.
Yeah.
That's Joe Gibbs.
He's one of the best NFL coaches of all time. But he's a much
better.
better.
And he's a better NASCAR owner.
Yeah. Yeah,
good for you, Joe.
He just partners with David Letterman on shit.
He is a fucking good human being, too.
That, too, yeah.
God damn it. When he had Riggins on that team, fuck. People the kids who don't know, go look at that man.
No, man.
Here we go. Where did he go to college?
Here, wait, which one?
Riggins.
You're talking about Doug Williams?
No, the running back.
Oh,
John Riggins.
Fill me in. I'm
He,
blanking.
I thought he went to Notre Dame.
Yeah, but he might have been from the Jerry Faust years. Let
me see. I'm about to find out.
Yeah, do it. No, it's where I always think of the balls that it took for Joe Gibbs to go with Doug Williams as quarterback. Like,
I'm sorry, he went to University of Kansas.
Fuck you, bro.
Not even fucking close.
No.
Yeah, University of Kansas. I'm sorry.
I'm
an idiot.
Yeah, I'm trying. No, if they had any people from Notre Dame, it would have been on their defensive line. I think.
Yeah, I'm not looking.
From way back then,
I'm not looking at that.
But that he went with Doug Williams, bringing it back to Louisiana, a Grambling quarterback who was phenomenal in college, and nobody wanted to play.
Nope.
And Joe Gibbs was like, "No, this is our quarterback."
Somebody got hurt. Mark Rippon.
Yeah, was his backup,
but Rippon got hurt, and Rippon was the starter, and I think he got hurt, and then Doug Williams came in.
Yeah, and then Rippon did the same.
Correct.
Was that back in '91?
It's when they had Art Monk.
Yeah.
Like they had the trio of wide receivers.
No, that was '92 because '91 was the Giants beat the Buffalo, and then the Redskins beat Buffalo the second time.
Correct.
And then it was the Cowboys.
Them.
Yeah. Oh man, yeah.
Okay, so back to the Saints. Now that we went off on a Washington Redskins rant.
Yeah. No, a Joe Gibbs love fest. That's what we did.
Well, I mean, hey.
Yeah.
I grew up on the East Coast. I
sure,
grew
yeah.
up about Joe Gibbs and Art Monk. I love that.
That's right. That would have been when you were in Alexandria. Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
Art Monk loved Tecmo Bowl. The high five, motherfuckers. Okay, so the Saints, they're not winning out.
No.
It's a cool story, but they've got the Rams, the Giants, the aforementioned Redskins, because I refuse to call them the Commanders, Green Bay, Raiders, Tampa. 1, 2, they're going to lose 3 of those games. So what are we?
Well, the best that we can hope for.
4-7. We're going to go 7-10.
Well, best we can hope for in a season like this is that we beat our division from here on out.
And all we have left is Tampa.
Right. If we play like we're playing right now, we could take Baker Mayfield and the Bucs. But
so the Rams, probably a loss. It's on the road. December 1st after our bye. The Giants, we can win that.
Yeah.
At Washington, not so much.
No.
No, I'm sorry. Rams here.
We can win that. Yeah.
Giants on the road, we can win that. Washington here, Green Bay there, that's a loss. Raiders here, that's a win. And then Tampa on the road.
Yeah. Now again, it's considering what has happened.
7-10, 8-9.
We could have a respectable season considering what has happened.
Considering we lost 7 games in a row.
Yeah, and at one point our entire first number 1 on the depth chart was out, except for Kamara.
Yeah, we had 14 of 22 starters hurt at one point.
But I think...
And 2 of those losses, I hate to say it, were without Derek Carr.
Yeah.
And, again, here we go. Sure, the Eagles could have won. Falcons could have won.
Yeah.
Both of those games. And then since then, the wheels fell off.
Yeah, well, I mean, when your leadership model is... When it's Greg Berhalter.
When your leadership model is apologizing the other team for scoring too much, you're a pussy.
Yeah.
And you need to get the fuck out of here.
So, and as much as I love what Rizzi has done with this team...
He's not a head coach. That's
or it's I mean, let him build up his resume to go somewhere else.
And he's been
interviewed. But we need to do an adequate search for, this time around. Stop. The following segment has been brought to you by The Goddamn Sauce. Go to thegdsauce.com for details to order all the sauces to replace your ordinary condiments. The Sports Ball Podcast is a production of Pulpery Media, produced and edited by Ben Grimion, marketing by Brock Ryder, graphic design by Beck Ryder and Ben Grimion, Music by the Heisenberg Compensators.